Does this change your depreciation schedule?
That's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. So the IRS basically says that you can depreciate the improvement component because the land will always be there. So it will always have value. But someday the house will fall to the ground and have no value at all. It will decay, right? So the IRS, through lobbyists in Congress and all of this stuff, right, and paying off politicians, they've somehow decided that the depreciation schedule for a single-family home should be 27.5 years. Has nothing to do with how fast a house really depreciates. And it could be a used house, and that's still the schedule. Or it could be a new house, and it's still the same number, right? It has nothing to do with it, right? But 27.5 years. So if the improvement value, let's do the example, right? Say that my Orange County house, and I'm pulling out my calculator right now. Say that my Orange County house was a rental property. What was the land value on that? It was $156, right? Or the improvement value. $156,000 divided by 27.5 years. 27.5 equals. That means my depreciation on that one is going to be $5,700 a year. That's my deduction if I qualify for the depreciation, which is a long discussion we don't have time to go into now. Check with your accountant, but make sure you ask your accountant about the possibility of becoming a real estate professional. Nothing to do with selling real estate necessarily. It's a professional investor designation. Okay, the house out of state, right? What was the improvement value there according to Jennifer, the insurance agent?
135, I think.
135,000. Not much different than the much more expensive house in Orange County, right? Almost the same. So now we'll take $135,000 and we will divide it by 27.5 years, and we get $3,700 a year. Okay? So amazing that you can buy a much less expensive property and still have the opportunity to get a very large tax write-off because that improvement value is almost as high as the improvement value in Orange County, which is amazing. And the risk is much lower. If you are a speculator, if you are a gambler, then you should buy properties in cyclical markets. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think that's a good idea. But if you are an investor and you think long-term and you follow my definition of investing, which is the legitimate process of creating value over time, and you know if it's an investment, if it produces income. If it doesn't produce income, it's not an investment. It's a speculation or a gamble. Okay? So non-dividend paying stocks, speculation or gamble. Cryptocurrency, speculation or gamble. Precious metals, speculation, gambling, right? The whole strategy is buy low, sell high. That's it. Okay? Dividend paying stocks, okay? Buy low, sell high, collect some income along the line, some dividends, right? Income property, multi-dimensional, best asset class in world history. Buy low, sell high, get income, get tax benefits, use leverage, get inflation-induced debt destruction. It's the most beautiful asset ever, right? Nothing beats it. So hopefully this risk evaluator thing really helps people, because now is a time where you really have to mitigate risk and be very careful. You want to buy properties with low land value, with good LTI ratios, land to improvement ratios. That's the key to reducing risk on the downside, because those high improvement values and low land values set a floor as to how much the property could go down in value. And you know what? This is playing out exactly as I predicted right now as we speak, because the markets that are cyclical are suffering the most. The West Coast of the United States, the expensive Northeastern markets, Boston, New York City, Washington, D.C., these markets are seeing a lot of pain. Miami, which is just south of me, I live in South Florida in Palm Beach, interestingly, isn't seeing much peril yet, although that is a cyclical market, believe me, okay? And if things continue to deteriorate, even Miami will be hit. It's only gone down a little bit so far, but Florida has kind of a special get out of jail card because of its very business-friendly policies and what most people think is a great governor. I like him, but some people don't. Florida's done a lot of very smart things in, much less restrictive states. So, it's getting a lot of inbound migration.